Okie dokie. We're back.
We are back. We don't have the mic stands, which I think is a little bit better for me and my testosterone movement of, I don't even know. I just feel like when I listened back to the last podcast for 0.3 seconds before having an anxiety attack and like wanting to die.
The solo or the Brett one?
The solo. I can't believe you listen back to them. I cannot listen them back to them. I was like, I can't. And then it already aired and I was like,
There's only been one or two that which I won't say which ones, that I've like really struggled to listen back to, but most of them,
they're not because of you per se. Like that's the funny part. It's all me. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And my rasped voice is like going like in and out. I'm like, ugh.
No, you've done better. You've been better the past couple episodes for sure.
Okay. Well,
it is hard to listen to yourself.
Okay. Well, my goal
generally
is to like talk a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk over you, because I've been getting a lot of feedback that we both do that, and I think that's really annoying. And I'm gonna bring some different energy today. I'm gonna be more relaxed.
Okay, so we're gonna bring a different kind of energy to this. Did you have things you want to talk about today that you brought?
I just am really into, I'm really into like connections with people and like being at a certain place at the right time. And like, I don't know what it is, but I've like just tried to slow down and like pop into shops and talk more to people and just be like a little bit like, I would say the first like 6 months, I've been like only listening to my AirPods when I've been in public, and I've been very isolated. Like I blare my music when I get into my car. I haven't really socializing with people. I can't explain it. I just don't want to be talking to people. I want to be in my own space when I'm not doing something. But now I'm like starting to smell the roses, and people are just like, are sharing things with me. And I'm like I was just at this
like strangers or
no, like I was at this parent ambassador event, and I just like at the school, and it was like a professional environment. I opened up with someone, and it was someone professionally, and it was like we were just in such a similar situation. It was just like such a vulnerable, weird place to be connected. But like I put myself out there, she did, and it was like, wow, like if I wasn't here at this time talking, I would have never known you were going through what I'm going through. It's just when you make yourself available and a little bit more open and vulnerable to people, I just think it really changes your fucking day. Like I would go from like not talking to people to now like talking to people and learning about things. And like, I don't know, it just, I guess because I'm not like in a structured routine right now. We're like, we're going to work every morning. And so there's so many different things you could do with your day, you know?
Yeah, 100%. No, and I'm sure it's like pretty cathartic for you to be able to chat with people and be like, I've got this going on, or this is my problem, or this is my issue, and somebody is in the same vein. And listen, you probably needed that time to yourself with your AirPods in your ear because you didn't fucking want to talk to anybody at that time.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I wonder with the podcast too, like I come here, we shoot the shit. I'm like, are these are these things that people want to hear about? Like you're saying our last solo when we talked about us getting scammed was like the biggest, like, okay. So
I think it was the title.
It was a title.
No, it was also marketing. A great episode.
Title was a bit clickbaity. It was I got scammed.
I got scammed.
Yeah. But it was a good episode that maybe got forwarded on to more people. I did have someone come up to me. I was in Sporting Life. It was so, I love when people come up to me in front of my children, because I feel like right now, especially with like the store being gone, it's like, what does mommy do? Like what is mommy? Is she an influencer? Is she a like what the fuck does she do? So like someone came up to me in Sporting Life, and it was actually like, it was a woman with her daughter, and she was like, I just have to say, she was like, I love your podcast. It is incredible. I listen to it every Wednesday. And Romy was there, and Romy was like, oh my God, Mom. And she was like, you literally make my mornings better. And it was like the nicest thing. Like it's nice, obviously, when someone comes up to you and compliments you.
Yeah, but when flex in front of your kid.
In front of your kids.
You're like, what up? Told you Mom was cool, losers.
She's like, Mom, people know you. Yeah. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So anyways, I don't know what the point is, but people listen to it. They like it. And that's that.
Allons-y, here we are.
Allons-y.
Because I am always like, I like to learn things when I listen to podcasts. People don't necessarily care.
Well, I think
that's how I listen to podcasts. Like I'm listening to Jay Shetty. I'm like, teach me how to be wise. And like that, like I like to take something away, but I guess I get a lot of enjoyment. Like maybe, yeah, I get it. Some people don't have this banter.
Yeah.
They want to hear it, but like I'm living the banter. So I listen to a podcast for another reason.
Right. And we have guests for the educational purposes to balance it out. But then we have the shooting the shit, because honestly, there's so much out there that's so serious and so educational and so preachy that's all good. But I think
if I could even
mindless
actually
shit.
shoot the shit with you, what's like really going on in my life in this thing, like, oh, if you thought your ratings were good, whoa, if I could just roar right now. I gave you a dose yesterday. If I could imagine, we'd be Oprah.
Yeah.
No, I'm being.
I don't know if Oprah's the right person to compare it to.
If people want the real tea.
Yeah. We'd be like E-Talk. E-Talk News.
We could spill on this. Imagine you just didn't give a shit. Imagine we just did that. We just went against societal norms and just were like, let's go. And we tear up everybody. Not tear up, but just like.
Just let loose.
Expose, let loose. Like really talk about the things that
everyone's thinking about.
We're not editing out. Let's just put it that way.
You're describing my dream right now.
You're like wetting your pants.
Yeah, literally.
You're like, sorry, I must go change my pants.
Yeah.
What did you do? What was your weekend?
Like boring. We're back at kids' activities. Like literally nothing eventful.
Okay.
It's We did I know what we did, and this is what I wanted to talk about. So we went out for dinner last week as a family. And if you're a mom, like you're judged the minute you go in public with your children, whether it is a movie theater, on a plane, at a restaurant. Just like, do you know what I mean? There's eyes.
Strong word. Okay, yeah. People are looking.
I think you are. I think you are, not by other moms, but by
society.
By society. So we go out for this dinner. Don't bring any devices. We play that like whatever memory game at the table where you take things
5
away.
seconds.
No, it was like one of those moments when you're like, I hope people see me right now.
Right.
I'm really fucking killing it right now at this restaurant. This woman at this table next to us, it was like three older couples. They kept looking at us. We weren't being obnoxious, but the kids were laughing. We were having a good time. This woman just kept looking over and rolling her eyes, And Romy goes to me. She's like, Mom, she's like, that woman, I think she's like getting annoyed by us. And I'm like, honestly, I have dealt with this for 10 years. 4 kids close in age. Like there is judgment. People get annoyed. I feel like I've cried on planes. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And she gets up and honestly, they were good. I know when my kids are being assholes, I can discipline my kids. They were being fine. She gets up and she was like, there's a time and a place for this behavior. And I was like, go fuck. You would never.
What did you say? What did you say?
I didn't say because she said it as she was walking out.
Oh.
But like, you would never see that kind of shit in Europe. There's fucking kids out at midnight having a good time. Like, this is like this North American mentality of like, you can't be out with your kids late at dinner. They can't be laughing. Like, if we were a table of adults,
I would have literally looked at that Karen and told her to go fuck herself.
I know.
Like, honestly,
you and me.
Like, screw you. Ask to move.
Yeah.
These people are just as entitled to eat at this restaurant as you. And unless there's food or things being thrown at you or disrupting you, you ask to move or you have your dinner.
Right.
This isn't a adult only pool.
But I was like, and they were being good. That was what killed me.
Maybe your barometer's a little off with that.
No, honestly, Benji and I were looking at each other and we were like, I swear to God.
Yeah, but Ben, okay, so that's like not helpful.
4 children, 10,
no, but you and
Benji, 6 and 10.
You and Benji together, that did not make your case any more convincing because you're from the same camp. You would think like the barometer's the same with you and Benji. You're the parents. Like
no, but I know how kids are. I see kids at restaurants.
You see, yeah.
So what's the other option? The other option is they all would have been on devices and they would have been quiet and they would have all been on their iPads. And then we would have gotten judgment that they were all on their fucking iPads. Okay, so
this is what you have to do. Not care what other people think.
Well, no, I didn't. But I was just exactly. I was just that's why I didn't even respond to her because I'm like, she's a fucking idiot. She keeps rolling her eyes. I'm gonna ignore her. We're gonna do our thing. But I'm like, fuck off. We're killing it right now.
Yeah, you just have to.
No,
like
it was annoying.
You're entitled to say something. She felt entitled to say something to you. She's just that you could say something. You don't have to be an asshole. You know, you could be like, "Excuse me, what do you mean by that? Pardon me, what do you mean by that? Pardon me, ma'am. What do you mean by that? Kill her with kindness. Yeah. Me and my family are having a really nice evening out tonight. I don't appreciate that comment.
Yeah,
and you walk on. You just do that, and then she's gonna feel like a bitch old of a Karen and say, "What you gonna say to that?"
Yeah. No, I think it's
so hard in the moment, but I think
it's so hard in the moment.
Totally. It's like you wish you could have like a script to follow, but
what would Lanny say?
I feel like it's this like city too. As someone who's worked outside on people's properties, dealing with neighbors adjacent to them, everybody in the city, just if you get in their way at all during their day, they are going to fucking run you over in the most rude way possible. So I'm not surprised that just anywhere you go, it just people kind of have a stick up their ass in the city sometimes.
Has that always been the case in Toronto?
I don't
felt
know.
like
I mean,
maybe it's worse
aren't we
since
supposed
after
to be
COVID.
nice? We all like jolly and like sweet.
I don't want to like say that about everybody, but like there's some
It's
people
like a generalization.
Hey,
who will fucking run you over
Yeah,
if
like
you fuck up
me.
their day at
the
all.
wrong moment. No, but I get that. Like when I moved home from New York, I had like crazy energy. I was like body checking people when I would come to the streets of Toronto because I'm like, you're moving like a snail and you're not working efficiently.
I think that was actually me. I remember when we used to walk to meetings and you were like 20 feet in front of me.
I still do that.
And
It's
I
a
was like,
horrible
Lanny,
trait.
slow down. And you were like, I walk with purpose. And I was like literally a sloth. I was like, doo, doo, doo. You were like hustling. You were that speed walking woman.
I would have just left me there. I would have turned around and said, "You walk by yourself, you loser."
I think you did say that.
No, I would have said that to me.
Oh,
Like I'm the loser. Like what am I doing? Like why am I not sitting back for the chill? Like
I would try to keep up with you. I've never seen someone like fast. You fast walk so quickly.
I know it's there. There's a lot of energy in my body,
Yeah.
as you can tell with the voice thing, which I'm trying to slow it down. That's why I really enjoy like those cardio workouts. But now that my hip, like I'm an old lady, I've had to get. I think I need a hip replacement.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding, but I need to get an MRI, and they're really hard to get in the city.
Because of like what's wrong with your actual
so
hips.
like I don't know what happened. Who cares? It just started really hurting one day, and like it's this pain that's like a very nauseating like discomfort that runs up and down my leg, but it's not like specific. It's not like on one point where like it's just painful. I kind of wake up and I'm like I feel kind of nauseous because it's like a
Is that
nauseating.
like sciatica?
It isn't, but it's what people would explain it would feel like.
Right.
But it's more. So I've got some tears, some like surface level tears in my like some of my muscles in around my hip. I don't know the specific names of them, but PRP helped. So I got PRP in my hip, and
Like what? Like the face PRP?
Yeah,
They
took
they
my
draw
blood,
your blood.
They drew my blood, and then
Oh.
they injected it into three with like a very long syringe, three places in my hip. Like,
Did it hurt?
like no, it didn't. It just felt a little funny, and they moved the blood around,
Right.
so that it hopes to generate like more, like stimulate more, like everything
Tissue.
add
Yeah.
to the area, blood flow. I would say it helped maybe a little bit, but I think that they want to get an MRI to see if there's actually deep tears. But MRIs are very hard to get in Toronto right now. So the lady comes in, she's like, okay, so you can come like Saturday at 2 a.m. or Thursday at 5. And I'm like, you mean Saturday at 2 p.m.? She's like, no, 2 a.m. I'm like, you're kidding. She's like, no, people get MRIs all through the night because
What hospital is this?
I don't even know.
Okay.
And I have to change it because we're in Vegas.
Yeah. I think I had the same thing with my shoulder. They said the exact same thing to
So
me.
what-
It was like a weird in the
I'm
middle
so
of the night
annoyed
appointment.
I have to like change this. God damn. Maybe that's a business.
Private MRIs.
I don't know.
I feel like that
People
probably
get dressed
exists.
into it.
That probably exists.
Okay, well, I need one.
Ugh, that's so. Can you work out on this or no?
I just don't want to. I don't love running on my hip right now, so I'm trying to do things like cardio, but that's like more cycle based. Just not as in like I can't not walk. I have to go on my walks every day. So I find if I go on a really long, intenso walk,
Right.
my hip will hurt.
Oh my God, you have to walk with ski poles?
I don't know. I'm not there yet, but if I need my hip, I don't know. Someone's like, I just got a hip replacement. I felt great. I'm like,
At 40?
no, they're a little bit older. They were like 50, but
At 50? That actually sounds really young.
I'm probably lying. It was probably 60.
She was 100. Yeah,
don't
listen,
know.
I think it's hard. We're getting older and our bodies are like, I actually just like literally, so I'm doing Sober September because, well, the summer was like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I cannot recover from a hangover like I used to.
Yeah.
Like I can't, it's
It's
so different.
I know.
So I'm like 2 weeks into Sober September. I'm nervous about our dinner tonight.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to drink.
No?
No.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
I feel like that actually really helps.
No, I haven't really just been drinking that much. I'm just happy not to drink. We'll have
Okay.
soda water with orange. That's what I've been doing.
That's like, I
Soda
love
water
that.
with orange and some ice.
But I feel so much better the next morning. I
There's
can
a
get up at
flow,
5:30.
yeah.
It's like a whole new.
My friend's like, my friend Osai, her sister's going through med school. And she's like really informing us about like these like crazy, like we all know alcohol is bad for us. We all know blah, blah, blah. But like when you actually have someone like learning the effects of like, and with me and Osai like sharing them with us.
Yeah.
And we're just like, well, Osai shared with me and I was just like, it is full blown poison.
Yeah.
It is full blown poison. Alcohol is poison, which makes why you react like that. Your body's not supposed to digest it. And it's a shit ton of fun and blah, blah, blah. But like, that is why everyone feels like asshole on it.
Okay, what about red wine?
Same. There's so much sugar. It's still alcohol. It doesn't matter. That's the worst, I would say, because it has the sugar. Are you kidding? Red? The sugar in that is the highest.
For your heart.
Yeah, okay, if you have one glass like the French, but are you kidding? In terms of like, there's the most sugar in that. That's like having sangria.
Is it?
Yes.
I find the best. I mean, I don't think you're gonna buy a 12-pack, but that's why I always just drink beers when I go to like a big party, because that's the best hangover after if you just stick to the beers the whole time.
It's low key. You're like, and it's easy to like kind of manage your drunk on a beer. You're drinking it slowly. Like you kind of like, you're like, you can't drink 10 beers. You're gonna really bloated. You're gonna piss a lot.
I feel like Ryan can. Right?
I'm not on camera, but if you just look at my gut region, it's pretty obvious that I could put down 10
I want to get someone about gut health on. I was going to ask you before about certain things, like who would be your like, you guys all this, we're the biggest podcast in Toronto, which like I don't believe. But like, who would you want on here? Let's go. Everyone's number one guest on the spot. Just let me hear it. Quick thinking. Anyone in the world. It doesn't be Toronto. Anyone in the world.
I hate when people do this. Like, what is this?
Like a topic or just
Matthew
like a person?
McConaughey. Boom.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. That's first of all not a person.
Matthew McConaughey.
That would
Matthew
be your
McConaughey.
choice. Hey, let's go.
Love him.
Right on.
Right on.
That is so interesting.
I love him to pieces. He's hot. He's charming. He does good. His wife is a model. He's got the cutest little kids. One of their last names is Levi or Levi, closer to my last name. I just love everything about them. I think I love every movie he's in. I think he is I love that he's kind of like this Midwestern. He's like such a gentleman.
Okay, I don't know. I have a good one now that I've had a second to. He is a good.
Just because I was just thinking about like a celebrity that I think does good and I want to hear about.
Here's one who I feel like
we've say like
who
like someone like really don't say like Obama.
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, like Obama. Don't make me look like an ass. Okay,
I would like Deepak Chopra. No, this is actually a small one that I think we could get, but we've just had an issue getting her. Is Les from Midday Squares?
Yes,
she is so funny.
Yeah.
I think
Midday Squares has been on our list for a while.
They've been on our list for a while. They're hard to get a hold of, and I'm putting it out there because anyone who we have mentioned. I mean, we'll see if the Matthew McConaughey.
What is his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
My favorite role actually was when he did the cameo on Sex and the City and he played himself when they were in LA. Do you remember that? She was like pitching for her articles to become a movie.
Oh, yes.
And he was playing himself and he's like, hey, right on. And it was so good.
But I feel like that is who he is.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. He seems like and we actually keep one of my kids' favorite movies is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And he is.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that movie
he's so
times.
He's so good in that.
Yeah. Well, he went from like, he was all rom-com like early, and then he got more into like Interstellar and like better movies.
Yeah.
He does seem like a nice guy. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We'll put it out there.
He's up there.
Yeah,
so Les is in it for me, Midday Squares. Who's in it? Who's yours, Rye?
Come on, do like a hockey, Rye. Like,
no, we need some sort of celebrity though. I feel like
a celeb would be great.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
comedian.
Honestly,
I would like a comedian. No, I want to get that little he's my favorite. That little Asian guy from The Hangover that jumped out of the trunk.
Oh, Ken Jeong.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
He's in the funniest shit.
He's
never
very
anything
funny.
real, and he just like randomly in like a meme or like a trailer for something or like hosting the Super Bowl, and like he's just so good.
He's a doctor. Did you know that? He's actually a doctor, and like acting is like part-time. But then I was actually thinking, because he's a doctor, but he's butt naked in The Hangover. Like he jumps out of that trunk with his schlong hanging out. But he's also a respectable doctor. Good for him. Talk about chameleon. You thought Brett was a chameleon.
Just being himself.
He's just
actor part-time, killing it.
Wow. Good for him. Good for him. Anyways, well, we'll put it out there because anything we've honestly mentioned, people know people.
I want to get like a chef on. I've said that. Let's go through our list. Like
we have that Maddie Matheson.
Okay.
Well, I know. Yes, there is a connection, I think, to one of our followers.
Also,
with him.
if you guys want to, like, I don't know, if we apparently have this community, let us know. No, but I'm like, I don't know, like maybe people know people, like, you know, maybe
100%.
Someone knows Elton John or something. I don't know. Like, imagine we could get Elton John on the podcast. That'd be
Ryan Furnish.
Ryan Furnish.
I think the other one would be more realistic than the actual guy.
What, Matthew McConaughey?
No, my actual uncle. Then.
Hey, get him on here.
Well, that would be cool.
Would he come?
I don't know. I don't see him. I don't really talk to him that much.
Well, we'll hit him up.
Don't ask, don't get.
All right. Well, I'll put a
get
feeler
Sarah
out
on it.
there. Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
We'll hit him up on a DM. She's scared of nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, kind of.
We could look at that. Do you follow that girl, Bobby Altoff?
Oh, she's the
Okay,
worst.
Well, did you see your thing trying to get into that club? You saw the one with Drake?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. She's a nobody who has all these celebrities on.
Yeah, but
I know they are
awful.
terrible.
They're not even good. She sucks. I can't stand her content.
I know. I'm like, when is it going to get old?
But
Yeah,
you can't
it is
stop
old.
watching her. I personally, I'm like,
She's
this is so bad that I can't stop watching it.
Yeah. I mean, with you, like you said, you listen to podcasts to take something away from it. I'm the complete opposite. I listen to a podcast for personality. If I don't like the personality, the information means nothing to me. Like,
Hey, interesting.
yeah, I have to like the person doing the podcast. They have to be funny. They have to be someone I'm excited to listen to, or else
Well, that makes
I'm
sense.
out of it.
I agree. And they have to have a good voice. There's a lot of like celebrities or sub-celebrities who have like tried to launch podcasts. I cannot listen to
Yeah.
them.
That's their actual voice, not what they're saying.
Both.
Well, if you listen
Both.
to like Dax Shepard's podcast, which
Yeah.
does very well,
Armchair. Yeah.
the editing on that podcast is so bad that I can't listen to it. Like you can hear the chops from edit to edit to edit, and it's like, but it doesn't matter because he's Dax Shepard, so he's gonna get downloads anyways. But like I can't listen to that because the edits are
Dax
so bad.
Shepard is married to Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
They're the ones like camping out and like, why are they like have no money all of a sudden? No, there's like
No.
everything. It's like we're camping out at the airport. We can't afford the stuff now. Like
Give our kids non-alcoholic beer.
No,
and-
I think that's just what they're trying to. They're celebrities.
It's not alcoholic beer.
Yeah, there was that whole thing where she was
Really?
like giving her kid a non-alcoholic beer in a restaurant. She was getting the side eye from the Karen that you got the side eye from.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not alcoholic, so who cares?
Yeah.
It's like a ginger beer.
Who cares?
No, I think it was because like Dax Shepard was an alcoholic and now he's not.
Oh, I
So,
see what you're
like,
saying.
The kid's like trying to be like his dad or something.
Well,
and this
and it's not alcoholic.
yeah.
I guess.
God,
It's
keep
gonna be
the
weird to see a
judgment.
kid drinking a
Honestly,
glass of
people
wine.
need
Give him a
to.
dad's root beer. Like that's what I drank as a kid when like I wanted to be cool.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God,
Yeah.
the floats.
Yeah.
I remember once when we were in a restaurant, this is like kind of going back to the original thing. We were actually away and my kids did have their iPads and it was a dark restaurant and someone was complaining that the light from the iPads was bothering
their
them.
ambiance.
I'm like, your option is that or my kids screaming.
so annoying.
Shut up. Like
Yeah.
fuck that person.
I'm like, moms work so fucking hard.
Yeah, shut
Moms
up.
are exhausted. Leave them alone. We've
Yeah,
had enough.
there's too much entitlement.
Yeah.
Like,
As long as like the kid isn't coming up to me and actually like touching me or something,
listen,
like it is
we
what it
know
is,
when our kids have been in
man.
the wrong. Zach's gone into some shit on that beach in Aruba. He like literally like,
No, that was also that was actually
okay.
okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna put this out there and
Pinocchio.
people can make their own judge. Zach got into some shit. We were this was 2 years ago. Honest to God, Benji fucking, there's so many times when he's literally had to be like the
Literally a
voice of reason.
Like a stone statue that has to say nothing. He's had to deal with more Karens than any of us.
Ugh, it's true. Okay,
They like
so
go to him because they know he can't say shit.
no, but there's been, anyways, okay. So I'm going to explain this one situation. We were in Aruba 2 years ago. We're on the beach. Zach is running around. The beaches are packed and there's fucking birds everywhere. So Zach starts kicking the birds. He kicks one of the birds. This guy is sleeping on his stomach. And of course, Zach kicks a whole wad of sand like on his head,
While he's sleeping.
but not on purpose.
No one's saying on purpose.
Okay.
That
while
is
he's
what
sleeping.
happened.
It was the whole situation was
Waking up to sand in your eyes while you're sleeping.
no, first of all, he was face down. So it was just in his hair.
Head
It
on
was
this
not
side.
like in
he
his
was like this. Like this.
was his head
Like this?
tilted.
Or He
No.
was had to breathe.
I think it was
oh yeah, right with the towel.
anyways, whatever. His head was face down, kicks sand on his head. This guy loses his mind. Not even like, you know what? That was a really bad move. Try not, like, don't do that again. He starts screaming at Zach. I'm there and I'm like, it was an accident. I'm really sorry. Like, anyways, Benji intervenes. This guy starts coming up to Benji and like pointing his, like,
Getting in his face.
getting in his
I was
face
so
with
mad.
his
I was
fist.
getting like pizza with one of the. I was so mad. I missed this.
I know. This would have been a great thing to film to like, anyways. He was losing his mind. Benji is not a fighter. He is a pacifist. And Benji is like trying to calm this lunatic down. One of the guys started holding him back because he was really losing it. Anyways, it was a very intense situation. But again, it was not an intentional kick. It was like there were too many things that just went wrong all at once. Anyways, Benji eventually calmed the guy down, but it was like,
And then it happened again like the next day.
I did it.
Something else happened with something else happened with Benji though. I felt like something else happened with Benji and Aruba. There was a woman involved. I don't know what it was.
About my kids?
Yeah, there was something near the ice cream, I think. Anyways, whatever. Benji's
I don't know.
an easy target because
But he will stand up. Like,
no, I know. I don't mean because of that, because they're not going to the lunatic moms that are going to be yelling. Like, they're going to the they can't.
Well, and then he was like, she didn't even say she was sorry. And I was like, of course I did.
Right.
I would not. I'm so nice.
Yeah. But
anyways,
listen, yeah.
Let's get into some fucked up shit.
Yeah. In fairness to Zach, I have kicked a bird as well. So
boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys are tough ones. Boys are tough ones. They're rambunctious.
You have them.
I was taking my dog for a walk, and this geese came up and started pecking at my dog.
That's fair. Bye, geese.
Him.
Yeah.
Booted him.
You kicked the bird.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'll fucking peck my dog. Like, fuck
right,
off.
because then your dog, that's your protect.
Yeah, he's a little guy too. He's like this big. So
what type of dog?
He's passed away now, but he was like a Bichon Maltese kind of white dog thing.
Cute.
But, yeah,
very cute.
Peck my dog. So I booted him. So I get it.
You know what? Speaking of dogs, you know what movie I watched this weekend and I was not okay.
Oh, The Dog Journey?
Marley and Me.
No, you can't watch that movie.
I never knew. I was like this. I watched it before a wedding. It's like, this is historically the saddest movie of all time.
I don't think I've seen it.
You cannot watch that.
Obviously,
movie.
the dog dies.
Oh, and it's the saddest, longest.
Okay, I'm not. I can't.
No,
you
don't
will
watch it.
actually.
Don't watch
It's
it.
actually the most beautiful special movie ever.
I can't
because then you also it's
well,
right now.
And
you just lost your dog.
Two dogs,
it's too
and
fresh.
yeah,
it's too fresh
our dog recently passed away. I was actually talking about this with someone. So, like, you haven't dealt with this yet, but like, we had to take Crosby to the vet clinic.
Yeah,
what a fucking business this place is.
Oh yeah.
So you walk in. First of all, it's like they have this like funeral book for pets, and it's like, do you want the paw prints?
Mm-hmm.
And me and Benji joke. So like they claim to take imprints of your.
they're not your dog.
Oh my God, it's small, medium, large. They have a fucking.
Yeah.
They have sizes. They give it to you. They charge a fortune for these fucking paw prints. A fortune for the ashes. Like, I swear to God, like $5,000 later, we got like all this. Like memorabilia.
Should have got pet insurance.
We have pet insurance, but all the memorabilia is not covered under pet insurance.
Oh my!
But they get you, and you're so emotional. You're so upset. Our 4 kids were devastated, so we're like, okay, well, they each need a fucking paw print.
I've always said this. This is going to be my best business advice. No, this is my best business advice I'll ever give, and this is for free. Okay, guys,
you heard it here first.
You've heard it here first. I'm not kidding. The best market, your best client. It's a vulnerable one. I'm not even, that is such a sad from honestly, think about home situation. If you are vulnerable and you are desperate and you are emotional in that situation, you will pay anything.
Especially
think of ransom for kids. No, but I'm just saying, like, but I mean, like, when they do that,
God,
what would you pay? What would you pay? That's like on the.
Really taking this to the extreme.
Think about when someone hacks into your TD account supposedly, and you.
Oh, too soon, Ryan. Too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Want to go?
How dare you? Anyways, yeah.
Just got my card back.
Oh my God, they found my car.
What was it?
We got a message from like the Halton police. They were like, we have found your Suburban. It was like about to get loaded on like a shipping cargo.
Yes.
But like,
holy
no,
fuck.
But it was so beat up. Like,
why? They didn't want to sell it?
I don't know what the fuck they had done
Maybe
to
they
it.
got so pissed when they couldn't. They just beat the shit out of it.
I don't know. But anyways, it was.
Okay, so what's the take? I just see so many people putting clubs on their cars now in Toronto.
You got to do the kill switch. I just got that put on.
Sorry, what?
A kill switch is basically a switch somewhere in your car that you have to switch on in order for the engine to turn on, and you hide it ideally in your trunk somewhere where they can't find it. So when they try to turn your car on, it won't.
So where do you hide? Oh,
I'm not fucking gonna say. I don't know who's listening to this podcast.
Okay, wait.
There could be thieves listening to this podcast.
You have to manually turn it on every time you get in the car.
But you just do it at night because like I wouldn't turn it on during the day.
Amazon link.
Well, you can get that. You can do the Igla. That's one.
I think you'd want to get this like installed by somebody.
Igla?
Yeah.
Okay, who did it? Just
take it to your dealer and get them to install it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I would take it and let someone else do it.
This is a real thing that people get done.
Yeah. Like I have the club, but like really,
they can cut the club off.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing that people are doing, which is crazy are putting poles up at the end of your driveway.
Yeah, I actually thought
There's
about that.
a ton of those around me.
Yes.
Create this like death trap to like some spikes or
like
something.
Mission Impossible style, like lasers.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's go Avanti.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, they have
It should be lasers.
No,
right?
It's a good time to be in the security business.
100%.
in Toronto. Another good business tip.
Yeah.
Wow, what are we, a business podcast now?
Well, we could invest.
We could invest in this?
In businesses. We could invest in this podcast.
Should we make that thing for driveways?
Yeah.
Like more affordable? Like, but a laser is going to stop them?
I don't know.
That's an
To
alarm.
your point, preying on emotional people.
Vulnerable people. Anyone would pay anything not to get their car stolen right now.
Yeah. And right now, if you get your car stolen more than
You don't
twice,
have
an
another car.
insurance company will not.
And insurances, they must be pissed. I'm thinking about Chubb. Chubb must be they're having to finance all these cars.
Yeah, well, if your car's been stolen more than twice, you're
No, but
you're
I'm
done.
saying, think of think of every single person has insurance on the car. And
no,
the
it's
amount
fucked.
This world is corrupt.
Yeah.
This world is corrupt.
I know.
How do we fix it?
Investing into businesses.
What?
Investing into businesses?
Make the world a better place?
I don't know. But like I've seen even on TikTok, like this woman in Brampton was just like filling up her car at the gas station and left it unlocked. And some guy just went right in and just while she was filling it up and just drove away, ripped the gas thing right out of the fucking pump.
Well, that was like what happened to you with Gemma when you took her shopping for her birthday.
I was like, wait, that did not happen on my watch. Oh my God.
She got Gemma all these shopping.
Have I shared this story yet?
I don't think so.
Guys, I got scammed part 2.
Sounds like a theme.
Literally, Ran, don't say that.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Is it?
Not a theme.
Oh my God, it's my
Mic drop.
Okay, we'll deal with that one in therapy next week. Okay, but really, I was there shopping with Gemma and
it was such a nice.
We had the best time. I fucking splurged on this girl. We were worried about Aritzia. Aritzia fit her this year. Like every year I take the girls shopping for their birthdays and Gemma is like my little fashion girl. So thank God she was so into her outfits that she changed into 90% of the clothing before we went to dinner. But we moved our car at Yorkdale. This is also a hot tip. Don't ever leave your shit in the car at Yorkdale because there are rats. There are people that are circling around watching if you have any type of bag in your hand and they're coming for you. So this family of 3, it was 2 women, I guess, I don't know. It looked like 2 friends and a son. We're walking up to me and Gemma after we had parked their car and moved it closer to the sushi restaurant. And we were so excited. Actually, it was before we put our stuff in the car. We're like, can you take pictures? We were taking selfies. They're like, oh, do you want to get a picture of this? We're like, yeah, it's her birthday. We just went shopping for her birthday. So fun. Like this woman take 1,000 pictures of me and Gemma, like jumping over the shopping bags. Like, Okay, so then we go to sushi. We come home. We open the door to bring in all her gifts up to the house. And they are gonzo along with my designer bag I had in the front seat and a bunch of other stuff. And her look on her face was like, holy shit, I felt so bad. And like, I would hate to like make assumptions, but there's no way those people didn't rob me from before or someone doing the exact same thing that were just watching what I did. And like my old car, I guess, I don't know if it automatically unlocks, mine does now, but like, I don't know. It could have fucking been unlocked and like, but it was like the most, everything was gone. And then all the stuff that I got from Aritzia, guys, was returned at another location. And I saw it because I got the email from Aritzia saying your items had been returned. And I was like, so then the first thing I went to do is I went to look on my credit card statement to see if I got credited and they got cash back somehow. They got cash
never
for
heard
it.
of that.
Aritzia?
Because usually they want you to put it back on the card you paid.
They didn't have my card.
Wow.
Or they just give you like a store credit or
maybe
something.
store credit.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
don't
bought.
see them giving cash. I don't know. I
Okay,
have
so
no
you're
idea,
probably right.
but-
They probably got a store credit and then
Yeah.
she bought the pants in her size or whatever.
Yeah. Just wanted something from Aritzia so badly that she
Like,
just stole to get some
I
store
mean,
credit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part of the story. That's
So
crazy.
if you're at Yorkdale, either don't walk with your bags or just keep it like, I just don't leave them in your car. Because people are circling and watching for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
You're
these
safe
people.
nowhere. You're safe nowhere.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay, bye.
We end on a positive note,
I don't
maybe?
know, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. Well, is there anything like uplifting, positive we can say? Some good news. Something you'd see on Tank Good News.
Okay.
Something happy. Leave a smile on people's faces.
You know what? Leave a smile on our face.
If you leave a review.
Yes.
Oh, great. That's
a
nice segue.
5-star review and comment.
Where?
Well, you can leave 5-star review on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star review, comment on YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. All helps in the algorithm, so please do it.
Thank you.
What happened to our ads?
Okay, that's another thing we'll put out there.
Okay, bye.
Matthew McConaughey, if you want to do an ad for your latest film, hit us up. Bye.